talk, Steve. Do you know what that
Okay,
means?
we're live. We're live.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, Dana. How are you?
Hi. Actually, kind of tipsy.
Yeah,
Might
you
have
had a
guessed.
little something before we started.
Huh? It's pink, Steve.
Is what's pink?
My something.
Ah.
Actually, like it looks red as I'm looking at it in the camera, but I mean, it looks pink to me. It's watermelon flavor. That reminds me, I haven't actually looked at the Trani syrups. So this
Oh,
is.
yes, you wanted to do that. Yeah, you wanted to
I'll
take a
do
syrup
that later.
inventory.
Yep. Because I
Kemp
don't
wants
have.
to know.
I'm out of coconut. Hi,
Kemp
Kemp.
wants to know how your dad's doing. We should mention that because we talked about that last week.
Yes, my dad. See, so I love my dad, but apparently he's a doofus because, like, that night he called and I didn't realize it was him. I pick up the phone, I say hello, and I hear, "Hey, how you doing?" And I thought it was one of our friends. And I was like, I said, "I think you want to talk to my husband." I handed it off to him because I'm like, I'm not ready to talk about this. Turns out it's I start getting ready for bed.
Right.
Anyway, I was like, I hear my husband say, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, apparently that's good news. I was like, "What do you mean, okay?" He hands the phone to me and says, "I think," or he says on the phone, "I think she should hear this from you." And he hands the phone to me. I'm like, that. So I literally think this is our friend Steven. It's not our friend Steven, it's my dad. And so my dad tells me that he coughed up the tooth.
Which is definitely one way to treat that.
Yes. And so, like, I don't think he'd seen the pulmonologist yet, but they actually saw him that night, and he was given clearance to go home. They were going to keep him overnight for observation to make sure that it hadn't, like, raked anything either in his esophagus, in his esophageal tube, or in his lungs. Like, hadn't hecked anything up, and then they were going to let him go. But so he got to go home, and that would have been last Thursday, I guess.
Yeah.
And my mom, I talked to my mom, and mom said, "Oh yeah, he's planning to go to pickleball today because pickleball at the church is on Mondays and Thursdays."
I mean, he coughed up the tooth,
I guess, and so he was feeling great. I did not hear if he won any of his pickleball games. So he's he can beat me because I don't have much pickleball skill at all.
He will have plenty of opportunities to win future pickleball games because I am told it is America's fastest growing sport.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because you were told the best way to get better at a skill is to practice it. I
haven't told that
on the video that I shot. What was it, yesterday? Because it wasn't today because I didn't like. I'm not real keen on how my hair looks. It's okay though. Anyway, was that great.
Or was that the video that you wrote?
Oh no, it's the one I finished. No, it's the one I was going to shoot today. But then I was like, I'm not keen on my hair, so I'll probably shoot that tomorrow. Yeah, my independent reading video.
Yeah, and by the way, hi, Brobot VR. I'm glad you could catch me live. Hooray! I hope you enjoy the show. I hope you enjoy watching us watch something, and hopefully you watch it along with us because it's a lot more enjoyable that way. Yeah, exactly. Pickleball. Also, when ping pong isn't intense enough, but tennis is too hard.
Tennis is also outside. Pickleball can be inside in the air conditioning. And down here in Georgia, that's like super important, let me tell you. No way my dad invited me to play pickleball. Had it been outside, I would have said no. But
so they play they play like in a gym or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They play half courts in a gym.
So it really is just king size ping pong.
With no table, just like on the floor.
Well, yes, I presume.
Yeah, you don't have to set up a giant table. Definitely a bonus.
Although that would be kind of fun. Like if you did set up a gigantic ping pong table and then you had to play by climbing up on the table.
You don't play ping pong by climbing up on the table, though.
Well, I know, but this is a different game. It's inspired by ping pong, but it's different. So you have a humongous table and you just like climb up on the table.
That's a stupid idea, Steve.
Oh my God! You can't give me anything. You just
Yes, I do. I don't
even
give
my
it
game
to you.
suggestion.
You have to earn it. Kemp absolutely is like tennis, but it's with a wiffle ball, and it can be inside.
So why don't they call it piffle ball?
Because I didn't name it.
Or tiffle ball because it's tennis with a wiffle ball. So tiffle ball. No?
No. Piffle ball is much better. I absolutely agree with your first option.
Piffle ball. Okay.
Piffle ball would have been great.
Because that makes it sound because it encourages you to not take the sport seriously.
Exactly.
Piffle.
You'd be like, piffle ball.
Why would anybody waste time playing piffle ball? It sounds like something that people would call it to make fun of it.
The point of it is not to like do something serious. It's piffle. That is actually the allure. You're not doing anything important. It's great.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the reason to play it.
And it will be that way right up until it becomes a spectator sport that people can charge admission for, and there are professional pickleball leagues, and
But see, if they'd called it piffle ball, would not have happened.
Indeed. Ghost Wheel has a good question. Are any pickles harmed in the playing of this game? What is the role of the pickle in pickleball?
I'm not entirely sure, but the saying is that if you get shut out, they call it getting pickled.
Ah, I see.
So, I mean, arguably, you can extend that then and say if you're close to getting shut out, you are in a pickle.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's more creative than baseball, because they were like, what are we going to call this? Well, there's bases. There's a ball. I don't know.
Yeah. Dumb sport, dumb name. I agree.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You wouldn't have said that if you had seen Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. playing catch last week. Actually, you probably would have, but
yep.
And then you would have turned, and if you had been here with me watching it, you would have said that, and then you would have turned and you would have seen me quietly weeping.
No, I wouldn't have. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I wouldn't have watched it because it's boring.
I mean, they acted out the scene from Field of Dreams and everything.
I don't care.
They came out of the cornfield, and it was Ken Griffey Jr. and his dad, Ken Griffey Sr. And they acted out the scene from the end of Field of Dreams.
That makes sense. That makes so much more sense than if it was Ken Griffey Sr. and his dad, Ken Griffey Jr.
That
wouldn't have made any sense whatsoever. And guess what? It still would have been boring.
Oh. It's okay.
Oh gosh.
It's okay.
I love
it's okay.
slamming on baseball.
You know what? I'm a baseball fan. I've heard that before. I've heard that my whole life. Oh, baseball's boring. And then they go and watch football.
Because it is. Do you know why people keep saying it? Because it's still true.
They say
haven't found a way to make baseball interesting. Baseball is the game where fans get excited when maybe you have a game when nothing happens. They get excited about the possibility of nothing happening.
They say baseball.
Game.
They say baseball is boring, and then they go and watch football, which takes 3 hours to get through 60 minutes of game time, but they call baseball boring.
It is.
Oh, 255 AD has some.
I will say, does not involve feet. I mean, aside from the running, it makes so much more sense to call soccer, American soccer,
football.
To call that football
because you use your feet.
Yeah, to control the ball.
255 AD has some interesting trivia. I didn't know this. In the mid-20th century, some English aristocrats used to derogatorily call tennis woolly ball because they were annoyed. A lot of young men were favoring it over cricket.
I will say
this. You're going to go play woolly ball, are you?
It's incredibly confusing.
It's a lot more complicated. I mean, cricket is usually cited as one of the ancestor games to baseball, and there are certain elements that it has in common, but I mean, cricket is way more complicated.
So, that is really interesting because I've always thought of football as like rugby with more padding and a weird shaped ball. But thinking of it like polo without horses and without sticks, like polo. Cheap polo. That's what football is.
Cheap
that makes
polo.
So much sense. It is. It's cheap. It's polo for people who can't afford horses. There you go. That explains so much about American football. Because we love,
I guess.
I mean, we really do romanticize horses and horseback riding, but those suckers are expensive. And like
True.
close combat sports with horses? Are you kidding me? That's like crazy. Okay, first of all, because Bill, you're just wrong. People cry all the time about baseball. Like Steve, like just becomes a soggy, sad, pathetic mess about baseball. He gets all kinds of weepy and sentimental. It's ridiculous.
Okay, first of all, that's not a rule. That's just a thing a character said in a movie. That's not like if you crack open the rules of the American or the National League, like it doesn't say, paragraph A, subsection 4, no crying. Like, it's more like.
So what does paragraph A, subsection 4 say, Steve? Nerd.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's the pop fly rule.
I hate the pop fly rule. That rule is bad and wrong.
I'm gonna
Actually,
guess.
It's all bad and wrong.
I'm gonna guess you think it's bad and wrong because one time you were playing baseball and you were called out under the pop fly rule.
No, actually, I was not. That would that would imply that I hit a ball into play.
I know. Okay.
I never did. Literally, I played Little League. My parents would not let me quit and to finish out the stupid season. Steve?
Yes, Dana.
I think you can. Can you guess how many times I hit that stupid ball?
I'm going to say 0.
No,
you hit it. No, you told me this actually.
I've
hit
told
it once.
you the story. I hit it once.
You made contact with the ball one time.
Mm-hmm. You remember what happened, don't you? You remember the story now. Go ahead, share. Guess what happened when I hit that ball that one time? That I hit the ball.
I'm going to guess it went foul, and then you continued the at bat, and I guess you struck out because you didn't. Because that was the only time you ever hit the ball.
Here's the thing. Ironically, even though the only time that I actually hit the heckin' ball, and I'm saying heckin' because this is not Patreon. This is not my Patreon.
And they have to pay for
here. Although I really want to because we're talking about baseball.
Anyway, so the only time you ever hit the ball,
I still struck out in that at bat.
Yes,
I have scored in baseball. Do you know what? Do you know? You must be able to figure out how I've scored in baseball.
I'm guessing you either drew a walk or got hit by a pitch and took a base.
Oh, Steve, I've gotten hit by the stinking baseball.
Oh, wow.
Why don't I like baseball? I don't like baseball because I get hit by the dang ball.
But you scored a run.
I don't care.
But that helped your team. Do you remember if your team won that game or not?
You know what? I've been tackled in football. Let me tell you, getting hit by a baseball is way worse. It sucks.
Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to get hit by it.
Getting tackled in football is awesome.
Well, because football is a weak person sport. Baseball is you need to be truly tough to play baseball.
When that ball, like, because you can only be tackled if you have the ball. And so I caught a pass, which feels great. It's one of the best feelings in sports. Like the feeling of seeing, like, because I'm a girl, so nobody covers me. They're covered, so there's extra coverage on the guys. The quarterback looks around, sees that I am the only one who's open. And I'm new. And so we make eye contact. There was my mistake. And I'm just like,
oh no, he's going to throw it to me.
He threw it to me, but he threw it so well that it didn't matter. Like, he threw it so well and really hard. That ball hit me hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Right smack in my solar plexus, and my body folded around it. And I caught the ball just because I couldn't not catch the ball. So in fairness, when I played baseball, I was maybe 7.
Oh, so okay.
When I played football, I was 19.
Right, so you were playing like at college, yeah.
Yep, I was playing just a pickup game at college.
See,
a bunch of guys grabbed me and threw me
and threw you to the ground.
And landed on top of me. And it was great. So yes, I like football a heck of a lot better. Also in football, when you're on defense and the center hikes the ball to the quarterback, you get to run over to the quarterback, put your arms around him, and throw him down to the ground. And people don't call you a slut. It's great. I love football.
I will give you this much. It is extremely unlikely that you will ever encounter a scenario in a baseball game where a bunch of guys will throw you to the ground and jump on top of you. That rarely happens.
It was a really nice situation.
It rarely happens.
They were cute.
Well, they were Florida.
I will say that was how I learned that you have to have the ball in order to get like what counts as a tackle. Because like the first time they snapped the ball, I'm like, okay. They're like, okay, that guy, the quarterback, don't let him throw the ball. Get him, tackle him before he throws the ball. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I'm on the line. They hike the ball, and I just push past the guy who's in front of me, and I go for the quarterback. And like then people are just kind of standing around. They're just like, wait, what happened? And the guy who was opposite me on the offensive line said, I didn't think she was going to get past me. So we reset. And this time when I pushed him, he didn't move to the side. So I grabbed him and I pulled him down, and then they stopped again, and they told me I'm not allowed to do that because he didn't have the ball.
Do you see how complex the rules are to football?
They are. It's wonderful. You have to pay attention. You can only tackle the guy who's at, or the person. Guy, I apologize because that's gendered language there. You can only tackle the person with the ball.
But see, don't you see that? I mean, the rules of baseball are so elegantly simple.
Okay, the word, Steve, the word you're looking for is boring.
No.
Like I said before.
Precision matters, Dana. And if I had meant boring.
Yeah, I know. And I was being precise. I said exactly what I meant. Exactly.
So besides hating baseball, how else have you been?
Tipsy.
We've been over that too. So, okay.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
Cool.
I love it. I love it so much. I wish that alcohol was less expensive and had no calories.
Well, somebody's got to come up. I figure as soon as they really nail down lab grown meat, they're probably moving on to calorie free alcohol after that.
So well, why don't they do the calorie free alcohol first?
Because lab grown meat could like feed people. Like it's food. It's
So it's alcohol. It's got calories. Oh wait, no, it wouldn't.
Yeah, but poor people get alcohol already though. We don't need alcohol. We don't need alcohol distribution in.
Like legitimately.
When you ever heard of poor people living in a booze desert? There ain't no such thing as a booze desert.
255 AD. No. Well, I guess it would depend on how many women are on the team. Like, if you had your own locker room, that would kind of suck. But the other thing is, these days locker rooms are pretty nice, and like the showers are not the communal showers of yesteryear. You have like individual showers that just have the curtain in front, so it's not like completely private. Like you don't have your own bathroom or something. But I would certainly prefer that, where you're just like, okay. If I don't know, and I guess not every woman is my size, and so there have been innuendos and people have been like rude to me in a sexual sense, but Robot VR, light beer, no, not
Dana does not like beer.
First of all, I don't like beer. Second, light beer is just like lighter beer. It's not actually light.
That's true. Because you drink the hard stuff, and the hard stuff is less calorific than light beer.
Light beer has the same like alcohol for alcohol. It's still the calories in the alcohol have not been reduced. What's been reduced is like the carby type stuff.
It's the drink, yeah.
Exactly.
It's the overall drink, yeah.
Which in my drink that is now gone, I already took care of because I mixed it with this calorie-free watermelon flavored seltzer and Trani sugar-free watermelon syrup. Yay! So delicious. I would have no problem with being like playing on a guy's team and using the same locker room as long as I could shower in privacy. And also, I've also been a theater kid, so like changing in front of a bunch of dudes,
used to changing.
I do not care. I just don't care. Ghost Wheel, tequila. Tequila is great. I love tequila. I'm very partial. I'm very picky. Avion tequila is my favorite. Patron, a lot of people, Patron is a well-known brand. It's okay. I'm not really keen.
Boy, Tanya Novak dropping bombs question. In the chat.
Happy first. Happy first. If I have to, but I mean, it is a spectrum, because like you have to give up immediate happiness in order to be thin. But there comes a point at which it's, the law of diminishing returns applies. So I am actually trying to lose weight, because that dress right over there that you can't see, but it's hanging up over by the wall, I look absolutely fabulous in it. It's a very simple dress. And if I just brought it over here and held it up, you'd be like, what the heck? It's like a really deep navy blue, and it's got little white flowers, and it's sleeveless, but it's got white straps, and it buttons up the front. But the cut of it is absolutely amazing. And when I am the right shape and size, it looks fantastic on me. I look fantastic in it. So my goal is to wear that dress, and it buttons up the front without pulling on the buttons, because I've had this dress for a long time. If I destroy the dress, I will never be able to get another one. So it's important to remember that being thin is not a marker of health necessarily. You can be thin and be unhealthy. You can be fat and be unhealthy. There are medical concerns at both ends of the weight spectrum. But an important thing to consider is that, in many modern societies, people are nicer to you if
yes,
you
indeed.
if you are visually, aesthetically pleasing. And that is not something that's the way it is. It makes things easier. So, red wine, I'm all in. Red wine is okay. It has more calories than hard liquor with 0-calorie mixers. So it really depends. Just be aware of what you're consuming and how that makes you feel. Different, the way that alcohol makes me feel is not the same as the way that alcohol makes other people feel. The fact that I enjoy being intoxicated so much, it's actually a physically pleasant sensation for me, is part of why I am in favor of legalizing and regulating marijuana. And because there are people who have who maybe they're sad or angry drunks, and they just don't like the way alcohol makes them feel. And that's okay. But weed makes them feel good. And honestly, it's a very similar, the intoxication effect. Don't drive while you're high. Like, don't drive while you're intoxicated. Don't drive while you're high. So it's very similar, and I think it should be legal and regulated.
So, shall we watch the episode?
Yes, let's do that.
Because we're going to try to not finish super early tonight, but finish. You have a thing at 7:30. You said. Okay, so we're gonna try to finish by 7:30, and we have to watch the episode, and then we're gonna play Wordle like we always do. So, and Dana, you have been drinking a little. You're a little tipsy. And as you know, you're even more verbal when you've had a little to drink than you are normally. So I feel like I'll
try not to yell. Let's
go. No, it's the volume. It's not the volume. It's not the sound volume. It's the size volume that is the issue.
I've been keeping it's 6:24 on my computer. So
yeah, we're doing okay. But I just I want to.
Ghost Wheel. The only thing is that Las Vegas is far away and travel is expensive.
Ooh.
Although gas prices have been coming down.
Las Vegas ain't no place for a poor boy like me.
Why not? Because
that's what the song says. That's what the song says.
Yeah.
Ooh, Las Vegas.
Are we gonna watch the show,
Ain't
Steve?
no place for. Okay. Here we go. Okay, everybody. We are watching season 2, episode 12 of Hilda. The Replacement. So hopefully you all have it queued up on Netflix and you are paused at 0. Dana,
hope so.
Are you ready?
Actually, let me go ahead and play, and
check.
then I'll rewind it because I've been yakking. Oh, I was ready. So let me take it back to 0 now. All right, we're good.
Okay. Here we go. Are you ready?
I am. It's on
All
0.
right. Then
I'm waiting on you, Steve.
I will do 3, 2, 1, play, and we'll all hit play when I say play.
Okay.
Here
Ready.
we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Woo! Ba-dong. So many adventures. Bloop.
Oh, look, it's serial killer journals.
Steve.
Yes, Dana. Yes, Dana.
Historical documents.
Ah, yes. Of course.
Oh,
Hmm. It's the Mirror Universe Alpha. Dun, dun,
dun
dun.
dun dun.
He's got the evil facial hair.
He really does. Hilda.
The replacement.
255 again. I don't know what you mean by the patrician. Apparently you have, dude.
Tenses are very important.
Snake Big Cat, wait.
Snake Big
Who
Cat, that's very exciting.
Have a lovely time.
Have a good rehearsal. That's really exciting, yeah.
And or are you stage managing or?
Yeah, what part in the production are you playing?
What is your
on or off stage?
Yeah. Rude.
But efficient.
Touching someone else's things. Cause she's spicy.
To state it plainly, he be lying.
Oh, Snake Big Cat, I'm so glad.
That's really cool, Snake Big Cat. Congratulations. He's broken the elf prime directive.
I have a dedicated fan.
I have fans?
Honestly,
look how big my eye is, though. all the time, of course.
No, I have not. Well, 25580, keep in mind, excuse me, this was a pickup game. So, like, the locker room was essentially like we went home and showered off.
You went to your separate locker rooms.
Yep. I like Agnes.
Hmm.
Hmm. Don't spit. Don't spit.
I mean, this is definitely one way to handle it.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Combat! Agnes doesn't surrender.
Rah.
See? See? Accuracy!
It's true.
Yeah, 25580, I don't know what they do about multi-gender teams. Presumably they have separate locker rooms.
I would say almost certainly they do. I mean, would it be in bad taste to point out that Hilda could solve this entire problem with a few well-placed stomps?
Just one, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they're all pretty huddled close together.
Bye, mustache boy.
Later! Alpha is the fugitive.
Ah, come on! Hi, Anna.
Good Good evening, Hannah.
We're watching. We're watching. Well, we're watching Alpha actually.
That lettuce is looking a little brown.
Uh-oh.
Time to die. Oh, wow, he Batmaned it. So all these people are going to rush to their therapists after this. Ooh, those raspberries look nice.
Oh my. $4 a pound.
He's taking refuge in that tiny lighthouse. Oh man, it really is like The Fugitive. Well, not exactly.
There's no waterfall.
Eh.
Squish him.
I didn't exaggerate in my I didn't exaggerate in my reports. I don't care. I will confiscate this tiny lighthouse.
Shake it up good. There you go, Gerda. We like Gerda. We'll figure it out all the way.
We'll work out a plan.
I like her. Uh-oh. Oh, pizza hasn't arrived, Steve. No.
I can see you there, 255 AD. Oh, glad you could stop by, Tanya.
Oh my goodness. Thanks so much for stopping by, Tanya. Sleep well. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, thank God they only killed Mustache Guy. All the time.
All the time. Beep, 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 beep.
Aw. No,
Not
Radical
yet,
Bacon, you
Radical
didn't
Bacon. We're
miss
still
Wordle.
finishing up. We have, I don't know what, we have less than 5 minutes left
About,
for
yeah, 5 minutes left in
Hilda.
the episode.
And then Wordle.
Yay. Huzzah.
We shall.
Now that I've saved everyone, I'm going to trade that for my freedom because that's how our justice system works.
Oh, he proved that he can do a good job. So now they'll let him do his job some more. You know?
Because we were there.
go back. I don't want to stay here.
You know, I just realized Alvin has Sam the Snowman face. Huzzah!
Because I don't want to stay.
Yeah, I ain't living here.
So you'll stay. Aw.
Elf flirting. Would you like to go out there and report with me?
Fangirling and fanboying. It's not flirting. It's fangirling and fanboying.
Sure.
You want to co-author with me? We can be co-authors.
Well, other than having to unpack all my shit, it's been a pretty good day. The end.
Dun, 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 dun. Yay! So.
Another good episode, I have to say.
Okay.
One of the things
Fairly
I really
enjoyable.
one of the things I have liked about the show is that they have a really good facility for introducing new characters. You know what I mean? Like, because I said back when we first started watching it, like, I love the Woodman, but the Woodman is not in most of the episodes, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, they're good at creating new characters that are fun and entertaining, and
No.
and new, yeah. So I really like that about it. So yeah, and I believe we only have one episode of Hilda left, and then the movie, and then we're done with Hilda, at least until they release the new season, which I'm not sure when they're going to do. I know they're doing a third season, but I'm not sure when it's supposed to come out. So yeah, so we're almost to the for now the end of the road with Hilda. Quite a journey.
To the end of the road.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, the
songs
music of our youth.
Well, yeah, youth. Not really childhood, but
The music
or at
of
least
our
not
youth.
for me. Maybe childhood for you. Whippersnapper.
How old was I when that song came out?
I know. Is that Boyz II Men?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
What year was that?
1991.
So I was 11.
That counts as a child.
Yes, it does. So, shall we play some Wordle?
Yes, let's.
Alrighty. Let's play some Wordle. So, as everybody knows, and just in case you've never been with us when we play Wordle before, the way this works is I can see today's Wordle. You watching the stream can see today's Wordle, but Dana is not.
No spoilers.
But Dana is not looking at the Wordle. Dana is only going by what I tell her, and you know what you all
And
in
what
the
people
chat
say
tell
in
her as
chat.
well.
So no
Yeah.
spoilers.
So
Kept
yeah,
telling
and
us, that's awesome.
if you're watching in the chat, if you're and you have not played today's Wordle and you want to play along, we welcome you to offer guesses along with us. But if you know the answer, if you've already done this one today, please do not give away the answer. All right. So you started last time with a quite successful new strategy of 2 starter words.
Let's
And the
go
first
for
one-
hearts.
Hearts. H-E-A-R. Yeah, heart, right? H-E-A-R-T.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Heart. And that gives us an E and a T, but not in the right position.
Okay, let's go for lions.
Lions. The two-phase starter strategy. Lions gives us an I, but not in the right place. So now we know there is no H, no A, no R, no L, no O, no N, no S. There is an E and a T and an I, but we do not have the correct positions for any of them yet.
So T is not at the end.
No T at the end. T somewhere.
So let's try. At the end. What if we did T-I-E blank blank?
T-I-E.
What would go there that we haven't used?
Well, no, I can't be the second letter.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And E can't be the second letter either.
And E can't be the second letter either. So
good point. And we've got the I and the E. No, I can't be the second letter, Mr. System 96, because on lions, I was the second letter and it wasn't in the right place. But that would be a good one. And also, we can't have an S because lions had an S and there is no S.
No S.
Yeah, I know.
I know it's tough, right? If only the we don't have an wait a minute. What about twice? TWICE.
Yes, go for that. That's great. That is a great one.
Twice.
That is excellent.
That's it?
Yes! You are so smart. You're brilliant. That's amazing.
That was a good guess, wasn't it? Because I was thinking I thought twine, and I thought, damn, there's no N. Otherwise, I would try twine. And then I thought, what other TWI words? And I was like, oh, twice. So there we go.
I was like, T. What was because I was like, not TL because we haven't. I was trying to think of T combinations at the beginning. I hadn't gotten to W yet. You have my esteem. So the pizza apparently has been delayed. So my daughter made popcorn.
Oh, how nice.
So if you
juice would have been a good guess too, Radical Bacon.
But we knew there was a T.
That's true. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we did know there was a T. Yeah.
It was really good. I'm proud of you. But also there was an I. Radical Bacon. The
that's
T and the
true,
I
Judge.
we knew.
Yeah.
Because of heart, we got the T and the E, and then lions, we got the I. And then in the right place.
Yeah, but peak doesn't have a T. All good guesses. But
I really like. I think the strategy of having those two words, or starter words, is really nice.
Yeah, I do, because you're like
really well.
You know that I know. I mean, you've explained it. The idea to get as many letters as possible. You know.
That really. Okay, I'm done.
See, Chief Dancing Ostrich has an interesting. Apparently, Chief Dancing Ostrich has 4 words: champ, fling, tubes, and wordy. So I guess if you're just trying to get the word and you don't care about getting it in the shortest number of guesses, then I mean that is a pretty good. You know, you think that you would get a lot of information from those 4 things. Yeah.
Well, I think we've gotten it on either the 3rd or maybe the 4th word. Like we've had a couple of close guesses. I said it could be this or this, but like essentially, like heart and lions gives you like the major ones, and then you're like, all right, so what's left? It usually gives you enough to start with, and then based on that and what's left and what the common letters are, you can. I'm going to do exactly what we did today and say, okay, we know we have these 3 letters and none of them are in the right place. So where are they likely to be? Like with T, T is often the next to last letter if there's an H. Or the
Right.
third from last letter if there's a CH. TCH is the common ending combination. But we knew there was no C and we knew there was no H.
We know no H.
Or
Yeah.
we knew there was no H.
We knew there was no H. There was a C, but there was no H, yeah.
There was a C. But well, we didn't know there wasn't a C. We didn't know
there was a C, but we didn't know there was before we guessed.
What was I don't even remember what the word was.
It was twice.
Okay, twice, yeah.
It was twice.
So yeah, we didn't know that, but we knew there was no H. So that makes it seem like the T is probably the first letter.
Yeah. So, Radical Bacon says a few days ago the Wordle word was khaki. That's just vicious. That should be illegal.
Yeah, but I think we could have gotten that one. The double K would have been difficult, but we would have had the A and the I and the H.
It would have been tough because, well, I mean, I guess if you can think of it, then it seems obvious.
The A would have been in the right place. A would have been the right.
If you see an H but no T, and then if you figure out somehow that like the H is the second letter, but there's no T, or and then you're like, what? Then what could it possibly be? Because if H is the second letter, it's almost always like a T or a C as the first letter. That's cruel.
Well,
it's cruel.
Especially getting the I at the end. That would have been tough too.
Yeah.
Radical Bacon, I'm curious, did you get it that day or did it beat you?
Or does the UG mean that you didn't get it?
Or I mean, it might have just been the pain of going through the process.
Right. It's the traumatic, a Pyrrhic victory. You win, but you feel like you lost.
I don't know about that. I mean, you win.
A win is a win. Victory.
I mean, honestly, what's it going to take from you?
Time.
Time. Well, if you've got the time, Wordle is something interesting to spend it on. You got it in 3, but it took a long time. I would say that's worth it. I would say that's worth it.
I mean, you won. You beat it.
You won it, and 3 tries.
Yeah.
3 guesses. I mean, that's what it took for us. We got it in 3 guesses tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, it took us less time, but you spent a lot of time thinking carefully. I definitely count that as win. Thinking is good.
Thinking is good.
I think that's a good end note, actually.
Indeed. Shall we call the festivities to a close? So we are once again undefeated with Wordle.
Woo-hoo!
Knock on wood.
Yay, us! Go Team Wednesday!
Yay!
Or should I call it Team Trek? What do you think?
We could. I mean, either one is fine with me.
No, it's fine with me.
Team reluctantly.
Team reluctant.
So we are going to be back to do this again next week to watch the second part of the classic celebrated Deep Space Nine 2-parter past tense. That is on the next Trek Reluctantly. This Friday.
I really hope I like it, you guys. I really hope I like it.
Me too.
Because I liked the first one. I did.
Yeah.
I liked it.
So hopefully just because you like the first part, just because the first part's good doesn't mean the second part's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
But hopefully you will like it.
They got to stick the landing.
Exactly. Very important. So we'll be back next week to do that. This Friday on this channel right here, I am doing another Ask Away. So if you are a patron or a member and you have not submitted your question yet, you have until Friday before the show to do that. And then on Saturday, on Dana's channel, is the Saturday 6.
Yay!
Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Hey, get going on that.
And then a week from Friday on this channel, to answer your question, 255 AD, we're having a special read away that will be a week from this Friday. So it will be Friday the 26th. Again, a usual start time starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're doing a read away of the Jerome Bixby short story, It's a Good Life. So make sure to read that between now and then so we can all have it read and we can all talk about it. And if you've never read it, it's available for free online in a couple of places. Just Google It's a Good Life short story and you can find it. And then after we talk about short story.
Include the author's last name. It's probably we'll pull it up quicker.
Yeah, Jerome Bixby.
Bixby.
Yeah, Bixby, like Bill Bixby, only he wasn't on the Incredible Hulk, and Bill Bixby was, which makes Bill Bixby better. Anyway,
no.
Oh yeah,
Jerome Bixby wrote this short story.
And Bill Bixby was David Banner on the Incredible Hulk.
Steve, you're wrong.
Yes.
Just accept it. This
Dana,
is a great short story. It's amazing.
You're making me angry, and you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Steve.
Yes, Dana.
I always like you. I mean, sometimes I tolerate you.
You know, it would have been great if that had been the response when he said that in The Incredible Hulk. If he would have said, "Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry." And Mr. McGee just goes, "Oh, David, you seem so sweet. I'm sure I would like you no matter what."
See, there you go.
And then he's just like, "Oh gosh." Anyway, so we're going to read. We'll have read the short story, and we're going to talk about the short story, and then we're going to do a watch along of the Twilight Zone episode based on the short story. It's a Good Life.
Suck. I haven't seen it. Steve has seen it. Steve hasn't read the short story.
I've seen it numerous times. So we're going to watch along, and it'll be just like Trek Reluctantly. We're going to both watch it on our end. So if you want to watch along with us, make sure you have access to the episode. It is streaming on Paramount Plus, and Twilight Zone has been on. Yes, and Twilight Zone is, I mean, it's been on DVD for years. So, I mean, wherever it is available for you to watch it, queue it up on your end and watch along with us. And then we'll talk about the episode, which, as Dana just mentioned, Dana has not actually seen before. And I have never read the story before. So it'll be a lot of fun. And I have literally been waiting to watch a Twilight Zone episode with Dana for years and years. We've never, in all the years we've known each other, we have never watched a Twilight Zone episode together. And Dana has never watched a Twilight Zone episode, period. So this is quite exciting. Do you know what I know about the Twilight Zone? What? Welcome to the Twilight Zone. This is Okay. Whoa, help, I'm moving into the twilight. Okay, stopping now. You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A wondrous land whose boundaries are those of imagination. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone. Oh, wait, no, I do know. Which is only the theme song for, I think, the last 2 seasons. Just like the narration, the opening narration changes every season. But nerd. It's one of my favorite shows ever. So. Oh God, I hope I like it. Yes, 255 AD. Yes, the Futurama version, the scary door. Yes, which is hilarious. It's so funny. You're about to walk through the scary door. Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you all for joining us. Yes. Oh, wait, don't forget. Yes, please. Oh, charity links. People is good. CharityLinks.page. CharityLinks.page. Yes, indeed. And, if you want to help out on my channel, become a supporter, patreon.com/Steve Shives, or click the join button to become a member, or click the thanks button to make a one-time donation, or do a super chat in the chat in the next few seconds, or whatever. And for Dana, youtube.com/Dana Calderes, and patreon.com. Leave me comments. Yes, indeed. Or Patreon, where you can listen to me swear. Yeah, Philip Kehoe. There you go. Just not on YouTube. Well, I mean, suddenly, a door in the road. You swerve, narrowly avoiding the scary door. Okay, so that's it, everybody. Yeah, Pizza's here. 255, and they keep throwing up bits of the spoof narration from Futurama. You see a man, and maybe he has no face or something. Gotta go. Okay. Pizza has arrived. It's time to end the show. The delivery guy was new. That's the excuse. All right, we're out of here. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you Friday for Ask Away. Dana will see you Saturday for Saturday 6. Take care, everybody.